fuck. Okay, everybody. Welcome to the BearThoughts podcast. We usually do this every Friday at 5 o'clock should be the time. For those who are in the chat, be sure to chime in and give us your thoughts and your opinions on any topic. If anybody have any type of piece they want to bring up, be sure to be in the chat. Let us know. We'll talk about it. We'll give us our thoughts on it. As always, we have Corvo Ninja with us. How you doing this evening?
Until I messaged you earlier.
And of course, we do also have Stealthy F Jade. She is here, but she's currently away doing something. I know she just like stepped away just as we were about to go live. So she'll be here back momentarily. So be sure to join in. Right now, my wife is trying to for those who do not know, we'll give a quick announcement. One, I do have a new sponsor. For those who do not know, I do have a new sponsor. And if you want to help me out with the sponsor, it is, God dang it, Age of Empire. If you want to check them out today, there we go. Links down below. And by doing so, you help me and Corvo have a chance of doing a giveaway. I'll do it here on the podcast as well. I'll be doing the podcast, I'll do it on my channel too. I'll be doing a giveaway for Zelda Rise or Tear of the Kingdom merchandise and some Zelda merchandise as well. So if you help me out with the sponsor, you help me get money to be able to save up for those things. So if you're interested in the game and getting your hands on a copy of it, possibly, and amiibos and other merchandise, be sure to check out the sponsors down below. And that would be it for the sponsors for right now. So just to let y'all know that's it right now. But let's go ahead and jump into the first thing I want to jump into. We can get to your topic piece. Then it's gonna be a little bit more enticing for everybody. Let me move this out the way because I had this up for my stream. Scalpers. We all hate them. We all do not like what they do and all the nefarious things they keep from us people that enjoy this kind of things from enjoying it to be able to have the hands on it. And right now with the Rise of the Kingdoms Collector Edition, you can't get your hands on it. But this is not the topic I always want to talk about. Okay, so the other day I've been going to Target and finding these little Pokemon plushies, sleeping Pokemon, right? They're Pokemon sleeping, and there's not already a set I would per se, but I want to get my hands on all the original starter Pokemon. That would be Bulbasaur, Squirtle, Charmander, and Pikachu.
Right.
Okay, so you can't very much get Charmander anymore because he's like he's no longer sold in store. So that's like $45 online. That's understandable because you can't get in the store no more.
Right.
Pikachu you can get in the store, but you have a little harder time finding that one. About $45 online if you want to find it. Squirtle. Yeah, Squirtle is still in store as far as I'm aware, still in store. So that costs you about $25. That's reasonable price. But the one I want to talk about is Bulbasaur. Bulbasaur, for some reason, is impossible to get a hold of. And that's not the particular reason why you can't get a hold of it anymore. They don't apparently make him anymore. And get this. Apparently people were using Bulbasaur's little flower area.
Yeah.
The little top spot of it. Yeah. As a fleshlight. And yes, a flashlight. And they were like apparently some of them, get this right, some of them had like you can stick your whole arm in it. Right? Your whole arm. The whole kick your middle arm in it. But the ones from Germany, you're gonna get like 2 fingers is that if barely into it. So I'm kind of like I was making a remark.
Using YT today.
Okay. But I'm kind of making a remark of why, for one thing, would people want to use Bulbasaur as a fleshlight? How would that work, particularly? And also, why is the one from America you can stick your whole arm in, but the one from Germany you're gonna stick 2 fingers in? What's the difference here? I think is Nintendo just a messing?
Okay, you want my opinion?
Yes.
They built it for the country.
Yeah, I'm gonna say, like, why would they, like, they just want to outrage people and build a Bulbasaur's one with in America you can stick your arm into, but the one in Germany is 2 fingers. It's like,
they should have made it bigger. I'm gonna have a hard time.
Yeah, and it's okay. So people were doing that, and since they were so hard to get a hold of, right, and people are already scalping them, so you can't ever get them in first place anymore. They're like around originally $25, right? $25 is not a big deal, but they're rich. But some other people are trying selling it online for like $170 to $200 for a plushie of Bulbasaur, so they can stop people from trying to have fun time with Bulbasaur.
That's a problem with this whole thing.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Why y'all sexually assaulting fucking Pokemon? I mean, yeah, just imagine if he had been an electric rat Pokemon, you'd get your shit electrocuted. Secondly, you're some nasty motherfuckers when it takes cotton and thread to make you happy.
Yeah, I don't get the purpose of it. I get scalping, right? But then they had to go and stop making them because of people were, at least in the States, were doing that to the Pokemon. And people were like openly admitting and openly stating like this was happening with a plushie.
Was this a PETA problem where we abusing animals again?
Yeah, I don't know, but
I didn't know that we had branched into physically abusing fake animals, but hey, I mean, God.
I get scalpers. I want to stop them the best all I can. But you're giving scalpers the easy go and getting even more reason to try to hike the price up for people's personal enjoyment.
I mean, look, I'm trying to think of the right way to say this.
The right way of saying this.
There is no right way to say it. I mean, there's people all over the planet that are abusing sheep, dogs, cats, and everything. I promise you, dropping the manufacturing of this stuffy is not going to deter somebody from running their rabbit in a hole.
And it's
all you did was make Billy the goat go, shit, he's coming back to the stump.
He gave up on that damn thing. I thought he moved on. He did not move on. Yeah, I was taken aback about that because I wanted to complete the set. And my wife's determined to get it because she loves Bulbasaur. That's her favorite Pokemon. At least one of them.
It's America for you. Since it's such a big hole, you could wear it as a hat. Your head wouldn't get cold. However, I think some people would be slightly confused if you were walking around like this all day.
Yeah, I just wonder, like, if they designed it, like you said, for the States and for the country, if it as a sort of like outrage, like they know it'll get more talk about it if people are outraged about it.
Bar graph. It's like looking at a bar graph. In Germany, is this. In the U.S., is this.
Yeah, it's like, what's what gets the most sales? Outrage. Well, the Bulbasaur, you got to be able to do things to it. So let's make the hole really deep, as if you're trying to hide your seed. Your seed attack. Ah!
Oh, you're down there.
I can just imagine I caught Billy on top of Bulbasaur. I'm like, oh God.
So I'm telling you right now, I don't care if it's a child or a grown ass person. If I open a door and somebody's on top of a Bulbasaur plushie and they're grunting, I'm gonna walk the fuck away and start drinking and hope that whatever I just seen was an illusion.
Please forget. But yeah, I'm so like scalpers be damned. I understand the $45 scalpers, right, for the other plushies, but
Right.
just because one is plowable in a quotation mark here does not give you the any sensible reason to go ahead and hike the price 10 times more.
Said.
But they do.
There's not enough alcohol to forget
It's
that.
all about supply and demand, and apparently there's a demand for Bulbasaur.
Yeah, so
I wonder, can I put a sound in it that every time you stroke, you go bubble bubble?
every time you hit the button, hit that really deep section.
Oh my.
Yeah, so I was taken aback about that. And of course, scalpers with the Breath of the Wild. If anybody here watches this VOD and you get your hands on one or you find one for sale, the collector edition of the Tears of the Kingdom, please contact me immediately. And if you buy it, I will buy it from you for store price. I'm not having none of y'all buy it and go try to hike up the price on me. I'm gonna tell you, nah, bro. I ain't buying it for scalper price. You better store price.
Y'all can't be like me. He done got wise to my shit. I be buying it and sending it to him. He's like, I need to pay you back. I'm like, for what?
So I want to get a hold of them. I will not be doing that one for the giveaway because that'd be a personal buy for me. But everything else, I will be, getting myself.
Can you imagine if they had went the other direction with Bulbasaur and instead of making a hole, they made a moving vine whip?
Mm-hmm. Oh God! Smack your balls! Tat tat tat!
Just imagine all the women that would buy that because it moves on its own. All they gotta do is sit there.
Oh yeah.
Oh wait, wax on,
Wax
wax off.
But yeah, we visually did get it. We got the German one, which is a little bit cheaper, but this now I know it's 2 fingers. That's as far as I can get.
Oh, there was a joke in there. I'm just gonna
Yeah, I know, but just look at that face. Does it look like it's like ready for
he
you?
doesn't look very happy. He looks disappointed.
My wife says he looks angry. But yeah, they're all.
As he sticks the bulb next to his face.
It's so
Easy
soft. What? All right, so yeah, that's we have the collection now, at least of that one. What we don't have is Eevee, and I know there's a couple other Eevee evolutions you can get sleeping, but like that's the main core. What's going on there?
And Mimikyu.
Oh, and Mimikyu. But yeah, if anybody gets the Zelda game, please let me know. I'd like to get it myself. Okay, so let's jump into your topic. You turn me down a little bit. I'm hearing myself a lot of feedback.
Yeah, I got you.
Okay, so let's jump into your topic. And your topic is when is management wrong? Is that the right way of saying it?
At what point is management wrong? And what do you do to prove it?
What do I do to prove it? Now, that might be a little more difficult to really take. And anybody working in the field or going to the field of jobs or your first job ever, listen closely. Management don't know everything. Straight up, they do not know everything. They are managing. They're supposed to be good at managing people. That's what they're supposed to be good at, managing people. Not your job, the people. So,
unfortunately, that's not always the case.
Yeah, but most of the times, most managers just, that's all they're good for. But yeah, they act like they know everything about a job.
How you doing? Y'all having a good day? Keep up the good work. Goes in the office, shuts the door, turns on a soccer game.
Yeah. But yeah, management is wrong. At what point? I would say when the management is wrong, when everybody is fighting with each other, when everybody is arguing with each other, when everybody is at each other's throats, management is wrong. Even if they might be in the right of idea, but if it makes everybody mad, like you're supposed to be managing people. It's not just about getting them to do A and B. It's how you get them to A and B and still not quit or rage or be angry at each other. If you're mad at each other, you can't do nothing.
But here's my biggest thing. Okay. I can tolerate a manager that, for lack of a better term, really doesn't manage. As long as when serious situations arise, he takes the proper course of action.
Yes.
I.e. my situation earlier today.
Yeah, okay.
I don't care that he's not necessarily doing what he should. What I care is the way I'm treated when a situation comes up. So for me, management is wrong. Or matter of fact, I'll say it like this: any business is wrong if they expect you as an employee to put the business above your family.
A business over anything, really. That's personal, I would say.
Right. I mean, but specifically family, because I find that more often than not, where I see them cross the line is how they treat you in a family emergency. And I don't know if you look at it that way, then you start looking down at other things. You start looking at the situation like, okay, well, let's look at my day to day. Let's take the emergency situation out of it. And let's look at, okay,
Yeah.
I'm your manager, Grumpy. Let's say that.
Mm-hmm.
And I assign you your tasks to do.
Mm-hmm.
Don't forget about
Okay.
the day that he had to take out.
So I send you X amount of tasks to do. But you go through those tasks and realize that over half of them you don't even have the access or ability to do. Other people that work around you do have the abilities.
Mm-hmm.
Now, am I wrong because I didn't give them to the right people or not? My opinion is yes.
Mm-hmm.
Because what it boils down to is now what's going to happen is it's going to sit with me and I'm going to have to ask these other people to do these things. Well, they don't own the task, which means it sits with me,
Yes.
makes me look bad while they sit around and watch baseball games or soccer games or talk about the dinner they ate the last time they traveled for work or whatever the hell they're talking about.
Yes.
So to me, that is a failure in management. Management is wrong.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, that means everybody above that particular manager is wrong, right? Because they allow it.
Yeah, it's an upscaling thing. It's an upscaling
It's an
problem.
upscaling thing. Now, as I discussed before in a previous topic on a previous podcast, sometimes you do some things wrong for the greater good to make everything else right.
Yes.
Okay. So that being said, let's say this manager's doing what he does. He's giving people all the tasks to one person. Half of them he can't do, so he's having to beg and plead to get these other guys to do it. But the manager above that guy that's handing out the tasks is not saying anything. Granted, that is wrong, but the reason he's doing it is to provide an area for something to happen in the future.
Yes.
Okay, so now you have wrong manager, right manager doing wrong for right.
Mm-hmm.
It's all it all gets screwed up and swirled up when honestly the best course of action is just everybody do their job the way they should do it and assign the task to people that can do it.
Well, it's like machinery in my perspective here. It's like machinery. If you have too many moving parts, something is bound to fail more often because so many moving parts. The more moving parts there are, the more likely something to fail. So more managers, more people above you and above them and above them and above them, something's going to get screwed up along the way down that cog wheel, and something's going to get messed up for the very essential what you're trying to accomplish. And of course, people are selfish, so certain people would do stuff to benefit them so they don't have to work as hard and they can take the easy road because people are selfish. And that manager are probably selfish.
It's as something that I used to hear all the time, and I'm sure you've heard it. Too many chiefs and not enough Indians. So you got 20 people calling the shots and one person doing the work. How much work is actually getting done?
Yeah, not very much work if only one person's doing it.
And that's essentially what it boils down to.
Mm-hmm.
It boils down to this manager, this manager, this manager. You go on down the ladder. There's a whole lot of managers, but at the very, very, very bottom, there's an Indian, and he's catching all the shit all the time. And then when he has something happen, he catches more shit.
Yeah, it's a falling problem, and it's just gonna break. It's gonna break down communication. It's gonna break down what you need to finish and accomplish, and it's gonna break down people. And if you break down people, some people are not. Some people have a limitation, and some people just have, I would say, a meter of fucks to give, until they just give no fucks no more, and they walk away.
Well, I feel like the basic answer to my question, and you can tell me if you agree or don't disagree, is management is wrong the moment they put the business ahead of their employee.
Yeah, I would say employee first, 100%. If I'm happy, if I am in a good mood, if I'm going to the day and looking forward to the day and getting things done and getting paid for it, I will do better work for you. I will do greater work for you. You
Case in point.
Mhm.
Today for me was a productive ass day up until a certain point,
Mhm.
which you've been privy to. Over half of the things that was given through me out throughout the week were accomplished in the first 4 hours this morning.
That's
Okay?
productive, I
And
think.
I was good, and I would have continued that pattern. But if you make me angry or do something stupid that I obviously don't agree with,
Mhm.
and you don't try to have a conversation with me to explain yourself or try to see why I'm doing what I'm doing and just assuming things, then you take my willingness to be productive out of the situation
Yes.
because I'm no longer happy to be at work. Now I'm pissed off that I'm at work, that I'm having to deal with stupidity.
You're fixated on your anger. You're fixated on what the problem is. You're fixated on everything but your job. And
Exactly.
you need people to be fixated on their job. But how are you gonna make them
Exactly.
fixated on their job? Well, make them happy while they're doing it. They're gonna be fixated on their job because they're happy to do it.
Exactly.
You tell me I can work on my 3D printer, I'm gonna be happy every time I'm doing it. But the moment you start putting stress on my personal life or personal me, or taking anything else outside of the objective of the printer and force it on me, I'm not gonna be focused on the printer no more. The job. I'm gonna focus on me, and I'm gonna be angry because I'm focusing on me.
So like I said, my opinion, and it sounds like you agree with me,
mm,
is that management is wrong when they stop putting the employee first.
yes, always. Of course, I've said this in the past, and I'm never gonna brag about this because I never got the position. But I've been trained, I would say, over a dozen times to be a manager at places I worked in my past. I never once got the job because they always thought I was too young and I was too nice. Because I would treat the people respectfully and treat them better than my job. Because I know if they're happy, the job that they do would be as good. And I knew
Right.
that because I was feeling that myself. I'm like, I know how it feels to be an employee working on the floor, doing one of the hardest industry there is, not the hardest in the world, but like you're working the cooking industry. It's no fun when everybody's, in a constant rut and you're messing with people's food. You mess with people's food, they will get angry real quick. And I did that for 15 years and I was trained several times to be a manager, never got it. So I know how to manage. The problem is, I know once I would be managing, I wouldn't know how to do their job anymore because that's not my job. But I know people, so you got to treat people good so they can do what they're good at, their job, whatever that job is. And I would never say, oh, I know what it takes to do your job. Not the heck I don't, unless I've done it before, literally. But then after so many years, you can't say you're as good as always.
Then you run into that thing where some managers have 2 years of experience and their employees have 12.
Oh yeah, that's what I said.
So you know how to do my job? Really? Okay.
You
All right,
kind
let me be here then.
like you kind of know how to do my job. The last time you done it, I can't go into a restaurant today and go, yeah, I know how to keep up the pace. No, I don't. Not no more. It's been way too long. It's been way too long. Not compared to somebody's been doing it for another, it's been doing it since they're 15 years. I have 15 years experience, but it doesn't mean I know how to do it anymore. I haven't done it in a long time. But yeah, I would say I'm not here to cast shadows on your managements or say they're in this case in them wrong here. I know some of you treat him great, Corvo, a great guy, but personal experience, you can't allow that keep on going on, and you can't have employees at each other's throats, even if they're managements to employee or whatever. You can't have that. That is just every day gonna go in, and all those managements gonna be thinking is the conflict between them and their employees, and the employees will be coming in, and all they're gonna be thinking about is their conflict between them and their manager. That's all gonna be on your mind every single time you go into work is the conflict between each other. And anytime someone goes wrong, small it may be, they're gonna be at each other's throat as if it's the biggest thing in the world when it's not.
Yep.
It is minute at all. And if anything, it's to slow down your production, and eventually they will come to head. And once it comes to head, some heads will be rolling, and you're not going to be one. You're going to be like, I wish I would have took control earlier. Too late, bro. You gotta miss that gravy train. You could took care of that months ago. And I've had that personally because I've had a manager literally. I mess up one time, he never forgot it ever. And every time I got in, every time some problem came about, he would blow up on me so big. I'm like, dude, it's not a big that big of a problem. He make like it was the most terrible thing. And further I went along, the more and more problems I had with him.
Yep.
And
that's the way they do shit.
Yeah, does.
All right.
All right.
What you got?
So I want to jump into an anime we've been watching, and I know you haven't got to finish yet, but I've gotten. How far do you get on the Rise of Ragnarok, or not Rise of Ragnarok? Ragnarok.
I literally stopped after the first episode because I was planning to power watch it with this one over here.
Okay, so I won't go into spoilers here, but you already know what happens to the first fight, right?
Idea, yes.
Okay, so I love it because the first season they were like blasting through the fights. It was like in one fight out the next fight, in one fight out the next fight. This season they have not been doing that at all, and they've been taking their sweet juicy time with every single fight. So the fight takes a while to finish, and I am so glad for that. And they're actually starting to show some stories between like some of the gods and some of the people, and not just like, hey, we're here to fight each other so we can choose what happens to mankind. I am so happy for that.
Yeah, one of the things I loved about the episode I watched was the way they went into detail about each fighter's history, their background.
Mm-hmm.
That brought a little more life to it. It wasn't just a fight. Granted, I wanted to see the fight,
Mm-hmm.
no doubt, but I like knowing why their particular version of that character is who they are.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And I would say the animation for it is better than season one. I would say it's a little bit more crisp, it's a little bit more detailed. Again, since they're not such a rush to get through each fight, they're taking a little bit more time with the look and the feel of the show, which is great. If you guys are interested, it's on Netflix. Go check it out. If you don't have Netflix, trust me, there's ways to find it. I guarantee it. But I do say the second fight after that, the fight afterwards, they did a better job at making you believe who would win would actually lose, and those who actually win feels like they're going to lose. They did a great job of making you question who was it to be the actual victor of the fight after Hercules and
Right. I haven't seen those episodes, but I do know the contenders in the fight.
Mm-hmm.
So I can see where they could do that.
What's the name of the show? Like, I want to call it Rise of Ragnarok, but it's not that.
The Record of Ragnarok.
Record. I don't know why I keep in Rise, but that probably gets my sponsor. But yeah, Record of Ragnarok. Check it out. It's on Netflix. Great show. Like a good bit of fighter, like Bakugo and stuff like that. Definitely check it out. I think it's worth it. Season 2 came out. They're only doing 10 episodes, like you said, and they leave it on a point where I don't want to spoil it here, but let's say two gods are in conflict with each other.
That wouldn't surprise me at all.
And it's because one of the gods are in question of their loyalty.
Yeah, I haven't seen it, but I already know which god that is because, well, I mean, there isn't but one that would actually be a question, and that's only because he was human first. God.
And I'm looking forward to seeing what comes up out of it. Zeus is something. Now there's definitely some question with Odin. Something's going on with Odin. I don't know what it is. You'll see the scene when it comes about. I'm definitely curious what's going on with Odin. There's something going on with that god. I have a feeling he's questionable. And Yeah, get to that part, you'll know what I'm talking about. Okay, so let's jump off of that topic. I just want to talk that real quick. Let's talk about the Harry Potter game.
Yes.
Let's talk about this game that everybody is literally playing right now. It is on everybody's stream, even like the big wheel streamers that you would never think would be playing Harry Potter. Like Asmongold play Harry Potter. Nick Mercado, or not Nick, Nick something that plays with Tim Chapman, we're playing Harry Potter. A guy that plays Call of Duty. You're playing Harry Potter. Evan Flay's playing Harry Potter. Stealthy's playing Harry Potter. Everybody's playing this game right now. It's almost a phenomenon on how big this game is getting, and it is pissing everybody off on Twitter.
Yeah, it's made a lot of people angry on Twitter. And we can talk about that topic because I can give you my opinion on what I think about that topic.
Okay, so there's a quick little spout. There's a couple things going on with Twitter. Which one you got? I'll give you the other side. There's two spouts going on.
The blow up over the transgender comment.
Okay, and then the other one is the blow up on spoilers. People just like they find out you're playing the game. They will.
That ties to the first one.
Yes,
a lot of that is happening because they're pissed off about the first comment.
Yes, and okay, someone made a great analogy of this the other day, and I want to get this analogy out real quick. It's like someone being mad at you when your parents are shitty. Your parents are assholes. Your parents are dicks. You're really nice. You're really sweet, but
it's not even really like that, dude.
Mm-hmm.
It's like someone being mad at you because you had an idea to draw a purple character.
Mm-hmm.
How the hell? I'm sorry. How the hell you gonna get mad at somebody about something fictitious they created in their head
and
wrote down? You're gonna be pissed off about that. You can't. It's not real. It's fictitious. It's written out. First off, everybody has a right to their own damn opinion.
Yes.
And secondly, if you had suffered some of the shit that happened to her in real life, you could say that shit because I wouldn't want that around me if it happened to me.
Yeah.
You know, so all it boils down to is a bunch of people butthurt that they're no longer being supported in their eyes adequately. Okay, when the fuck were these books written? Let's go back in time. When were they written? All right. Your fucking organization wasn't even big enough to fill a fucking cup at that time. So what the fuck are you bitching about?
Okay, so is the information about her past public?
A lot of people know it. I mean, it has to be public somewhere.
Okay. I'll send you sort of what occurred.
Okay, so if it's public,
she found information that she.
I was aware of the information that was said. I paid attention to it because, of course, somebody else that we know is a Harry Potter nut, and she's very upset about it. So I'll send it to you.
But anyway, the point is that if it wasn't known, how the hell do I know?
Yeah, I'm about to say
it's out there. It's out there for people to know. It's they're ignoring real life events to be able to keep their argument going.
Yes.
Because if you bring the real life events into it, then what fucking merit do you have?
Now, I will go over the information here just in case someone does not know.
I'll give you an example. I'm not going to give the exact scenario, but I'll give you an example in kind of like an analogy or a little story.
Okay, give me that.
Let's say that Grumpy is mauled in a fucking car by a dog.
Okay.
We're going to say that happened to you. Now, let's say you blow up famous and you write this book and everything, and everybody starts questioning why don't you have dogs in cars in your book? And you put out, I would never have a dog in a car because of this.
Yes.
And then they go, well, how can you not support dogs in cars? How can you not do that? That's not right. That's totally unbelievable. And it blows up. It's the same fucking scenario. You don't want that dog in the car. It don't make a fuck if it's in a book you wrote, in real life, in a movie, because you're traumatized from being mauled by the dog in the fucking car.
Yeah,
and that is your right.
It's the same thing about somebody being pulled, have a gun pulled on them. If they don't want a gun in their books or the story, they don't want a gun.
It's completely within your purview and your right to feel a way after being traumatized by a dog in a fucking car. Okay, and let alone what they're bitching about is in a piece of fictitious material that you generated out of your head that is your personal intellectual property and your opinion. How the hell can your opinion be wrong? They can't be you, so they can't say it's wrong.
I wonder if they're trying to state as if the game is like trying to be a message. The game is not trying to be a message. They're not really trying to get their views out. They're just trying to tell an interesting story. That's it. It's a story.
It's just a game. That's all it is.
It's supposed to be for entertainment.
It's a game written in the way that they thought would be entertaining for the people. Nobody went out there and wrote a big long message at the beginning of the game saying we don't fucking like these people. Nobody did that. Hell, matter of fact, the person literally stated why they don't want it, because they had a traumatizing event in their life. So now you're gonna bitch at this person because they had the event in their life out of their control.
Okay.
That's stupid.
Okay, I get that. Okay, yeah. So I'm reading with something's here, and yeah, that's not like I was felt uncomfortable. Like, no, that was a situation. I'm reading what she put in here. That was a situation where it actually happened and occurred. Now, I'm not one person that believes all people, right? Don't believe all women or all men. Just take, you can, if there's actual proof of it, I would say that actually happened, and she has every right to it. It's not just say, oh, I felt uncomfortable, I felt uneasy. Nothing happened. I just felt uneasy, so therefore I can judge my opinions or thoughts on something.
Remember, though, this is before they really started getting any rights or any other stuff like that.
Yeah.
Way prior to that occurred to her. And then they're not even taking that into
as if none of them have ever done anything bad in their life. Like, no, all of us, every one of us are perfect angels. We've never done anything wrong and bad.
It's as if they're saying, well, if it had happened to me, I still would be the way I am. No, the fuck you would not.
Yeah.
Nobody is ever the same after that. Ever.
No.
They can get close to being back to normal,
but you're still going to be paranoid in certain situations.
And
do you think if you're paranoid about a situation that your imagination, when you're writing a book, is going to say, hey, let's put the scary ass fucking scenario that I don't even want to think about in the book?
Nor do I want to support it then afterwards. I'm sorry.
Put it in my video game so people can see what happened.
Just one bad apple can make you go, yeah, I'm not supporting that. Why?
I'm gonna be perfectly honest. My opinion is that it's something she created out of her head, her intellectual property. Nobody has a fucking right to tell her what's right and wrong with it.
Yeah, and then say you can't have the rights of making money off of it.
I mean, that's like if I was to write a book that had every man had the most long, luscious hair in the world, you gonna come after me because you ain't got no hair on your head?
I'm not gonna care.
You don't give a fuck. You just want to read the book.
Yeah, I want to be entertained. I want to have a laugh, good times.
Stupid. It is people trying to find anything they can to bolster their viewpoint, their topic, their whatever. Guys, get off your fucking soapbox. Somebody needs to take a bath.
I think it's just because they felt that they're feeling so, I would say, they're always the victim. They're always the victim, and they're always on their back feet where they're not. Like, no one's attacking them no more.
From what I understand, because of that original comment, that nobody takes into account, like as I stated, they tried to explain it, to which they were like, well, no, now you're just trying to be the victim or play the victim, should I say?
Yes.
Etc. And then she's like, you know what? No one's listening. I don't fucking care.
Yeah. And
now, when this came out, because there is a character of that persuasion within the game, they're saying that she's trying to profit off of them.
And
he's against them.
So now you can't win for losing. I'm bitched at because I didn't put it in the books. I didn't support it. Now I put it in the games. I'm supporting it now. I'm bitched at because I'm making money off of supporting it.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
It's not because it wasn't in the books. It was because of the one
comment.
Like I said, the one comment.
Right, but
it's
my point
all about that one
but
fucking
that is my point. My point is you're bitching at me about a comment that I have real life problems with. I try to make amends and put a character in the game, and now I'm being bitched at because now I'm profiting off of you.
Yeah. And
which fucking way do you want it? Do you want me to support you and try to say I'm sorry, or do you not? I can't help I can't help that any product I write, because I'm fucking who I am, is gonna make money. That's nothing. Anything I touch is gonna make money. If it's a game, if it's a book, if it's a shit that somebody scoops out of my damn toilet, it's gonna make money. Nothing I can do to support you is not going to make me money. So either I'm going to profit and support you, or I'm not going to support you. Either way, you're pissed off. What do you fucking want? I am one person. I am not God.
So I have 2 points of them trying to make no sense of what their objective. One, you can choose a male and have a female voice. You can do that. You can still play up your little. You can still play that if you want to. So what's the problem there? And second of all, if you're ever trying to teach someone a objective point of view, let's say I'm arguing about the dog situation, and I want you to, even though you had that dramatic moment of a dog situation in the past, if I want to show you that it's not always that way, it's not always that issue, what's the worst way to get you to come to realizing that's not always the case? And that's a rare moment. That's an extreme moment. Let me try to teach you and let you learn that's not the truth by arguing with you and fighting with you. Oh yeah, that make you agree with me real quick. That make you come to my side real fast. That's sarcasm.
There is a character in the game that looks like a female and sounds like a man.
Yeah. So if you want to argue with somebody, best way, or try to teach someone or let someone learn, don't fight with them. Just be calm with it. Give them your points. Give them your views. Give valid situations, valid moments. Don't go to extremes and try to go, hey, you understand? Let me show you if I have to.
I feel like as a society, mankind has gotten so fucking touchy that it is going to get to a point where it's going to be outlawed to fucking talk. If I talk to you, I'm going to hurt your feelings. I'm going to say blue and you're going to be thinking red and start crying.
Yeah, and
that's what it's going to be. At what point in life did we decide that every fucking thing that somebody else says is a jab at me?
A personal attack.
I'm sure Grumpy, when he gets off this camera, is going to say something about food, and by God, he's going to hurt my feelings, even though he doesn't know it. What the fuck?
I'm gonna talk about I'm gonna talk about burritos or tacos. You're gonna be like, oh,
how dare you
appropriation,
talk about burritos?
Appropriation. You're white.
Do you know what burritos have done to me in my past? They've gave me so much gas. I mean, what the fuck, dude?
It's as simple as this. As simple as this. If you have an opinion, you're allowed to have your opinion. Why? Because when I have an opinion, let me have my opinion. Is it wrong? Is it right? Doesn't really matter. You have one. I have one. We both have one.
It goes back to that key word from one of our previous conversations: subjective.
An opinion is okay to have as long as it does not harm another being.
You're very true. You're very true. As long as it doesn't attack or harm, hurt anybody. But yeah, if I let you have your opinion, if I let you have your thoughts, Twitter, you can have your thoughts, have your opinion about the game. When I give my opinion afterwards, don't attack me. I didn't attack you.
Listen.
The thing is, they always say that the opinion hurt their feelings, which is then an attack on them, and then it's like, okay, well then at that rate, then nobody can say shit.
Yeah.
You heard what? Were you there for my first Hogwarts Legacy stream?
I was there for the most of it, but I was also with my wife. But yes.
Did you see my opening statement?
Yes.
Okay, I'm clear. I say it just like it is. I am playing this game because I enjoy it. It doesn't have a damn thing to do with anybody's preferences or what they like, what they don't like. What I will tell you is if you come into my chat and cause a bunch of shit, What I do for a living, I have a specific set of skills. I will find you, and you will lose everything you have on technology.
Yeah, and
Leave me the fuck alone. I don't want to bother you. Let me have my fun and play my game. Hell, there's people that think, oh, well, you play God of War, it's too much bloodshed. I don't give a shit. I like it. You don't like it, don't fucking watch it.
Yeah.
Don't play it.
Like I come to a stream to play something. If you don't want to watch me, you clicked on my face. That's not a me problem. You problem.
Reach through the fucking network cable and grab your mouse and make you click me. You know, you want to know what would have done the most damage to her if you were trying to make your point? Not a goddamn thing. Don't watch it.
Yeah.
Don't play it. Don't buy it. Don't talk about it.
The only way to hurt a game is one way, through its wallet. And you by saying don't buy it, made some people go, oh, I am gonna buy it. And I'm gonna buy the special edition.
The more you bitch about it, the more people are gonna go look at it. And you've seen the game. Hell, what person doesn't go, oh, that's kind of pretty?
Yeah.
Fucking idiots. Let's just draw the people to it because you're a dumbass.
Yeah, the game looks good. It plays good. The story's interesting. You got me interested just by playing it, or not playing, but you played it. I watched. I'm like, oh, that looks great. That's just gonna make more people buy it. But you tell me not to do something. It's the worst way of getting someone to agree with you. Tell them not to, and see if they do it. They're gonna do it. They're gonna do it and go every bit of the way. You can't tell me what to do. Every bit of the way.
Because as an individual, people want to do what they want to do. It's not until you get people into a group that they start doing this swaying and doing stupid shit. If everybody looked at something and said, hey, do I want to do this or do I not want to do this? Yeah, I want to do this. No, I don't want to do this. Do you know that the arguments online about stupid shit would almost cease to exist? It's only when people get together and start talking about how much they don't like this and influencing other people to not like it, or trying to fit in because all their friends want it to be that way, that this shit gets this stupid. I mean, if everybody got online right now and said, don't play Billy Bob Mailman video game, this is why, because it's shitty and it does this and this and this. You know how many people are going to go and look at Billy Bob Mailman?
Yeah.
Every fucking body, because they're all going to want to know, why is it shitty? Where's the shitty part? Let me play it and see if I can find the shitty part. You're not helping yourself.
No. Again, best way of getting your argument across to someone, don't fight them. Just don't fight them. You can if I ever saw kids with, like, I've met some kids in the past deeply afraid of dogs. And what I do to get them not afraid of dogs, I had them like, hey, pet them. I promise you'll be all right. I'm right here with you. Pet them. Let them lick you. Let them be around you. You'll find out that they are just fine. You are okay. You're not gonna die. You have this.
Not every dog is a fucking killer.
Yeah. So
not every person is a fucking killer.
Yeah. So you can't be afraid of life. You can't be, because we're gonna live it. We're all gonna die at some point, and this is matters which way we want to go. Sometimes we choose, sometimes we don't.
I hate to say it this way because it's not the way I would say it, but in reality, as a race, we have become fucking pansies.
Oh yeah. I don't know if it's just generational though. I don't know if it's generational. I
don't think it's generational. I think it's overall.
I think it's just we always been like there's always been something like this. The only problem is now people are more vocal because everybody's connected with everybody online. Everybody's connected to everybody. So those who are pansy are the most loudest online. And they're so many on Twitter.
They're taking that damn phrase, the squeakiest wheel gets oil, to fucking heart. Like, goddamn, somebody back the fucking truck up and just hose them down with some fucking gear oil and let's get this shit over with. God almighty.
Yeah,
it's a game, guys. It's a fucking video game. It was written for you to play and have fun. It's not a jab at your personal stance in life. It's literally just supposed to be entertainment.
And of course, it's the other side of the wheel too, or other side of the field, and whatever you want to call it. you know, when they have their little games and their little messages, whatever they want to, they just want everybody just to just accept it as it is and how it is, and not have like just like, hey, if you don't like it, I'm like, yeah, if I don't like it, I'm not gonna play it. There's nothing wrong here. I don't have to play your game. If I don't like it, I'm not gonna tell everybody to boycott your game because I don't like it. You keep on playing it. Have fun. Good on you.
That I have in my damn library that nobody else in the world's gonna play
Mm-hmm.
because they don't like it. I mean, Septerra's Core is a perfectly good example. I like the game. I love the game. It's fantastic to me. I love the storyline. It didn't do so well when it came out because why? Most people didn't like it. You know what? That's fine. They can have their opinion. They can not like it. It's not going to stop me from booting it up every now and then and playing it.
Yeah. So like, if there was games out there, and you know, most games get like hundreds of millions, and you put out a game out there and it only gets a couple thousands, there's nothing wrong with that. That you just mean you hit that group of people that like that kind of game, like that kind of story. They played it. Be happy, but don't be going, oh, you didn't play the game because A or Y or B or whatever between A to Z reasons. It's not it's not for everybody. It's not a big deal.
It goes back to your topic on one of our things. What makes a video game the best video game? Nothing. There is no way to quantify that.
None.
What makes it great is
the best video game for each person.
Yes.
There you go. Each individual, it is subjective.
Very subjective. And if you make thousands to $1 million, as long as people are playing and they're happy, that's all you should care about.
Games that have came out and they have gotten such high praise, and I play them and I dislike them wholeheartedly.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's games that come out that everybody has trashed to hell, and I played them and loved them to death.
Yeah,
it's subjective to what I like and how I like to play it. And I have a problem with anybody that is out there trying to influence me because of their opinion as to whether I like a game or not.
Yeah,
because I hate to tell you guys, I love you all, but I'm gonna play what the fuck I want to play when I want to play it because it's what I like to play. And if you don't like it, I'm sorry.
It's just like as if like everybody has to like the same game you play, and if your game doesn't make enough money, it's like, oh my god, if they don't make enough money, they're not gonna do a second one. It happens all the time. It happens all the time.
Little side note, I got asked a question today that you'll find funny.
Mm-hmm.
Had a young boy who was born in like 2001.
Okay, 2001.
Young boy.
Yeah.
You look still a baby. Still teach buzz. Goes, so you play, you stream? I was like, yeah. He's like, well, what console? So what console you want? Okay. Do you play on PC? Yeah. So what do you like better, PC or console? Neither. I'm not biased. I play what the fuck I want to play on what I want to play it. I don't really give a shit. I like to play them on what feels most intuitive.
Yeah.
So like for me, I gave the example Genshin Impact. It is intuitive as hell to me on PC.
Yes.
I cannot get behind it on a game console.
I want to say, no offense, I kind of want to say that honestly, I regret slightly getting Hogwarts Legacy on PC because I think it may possibly have been better on a console.
Yeah, it could have been because of the button mappings.
Yes.
I mean, you know, there's some really stretched ones, but hey, as a piece, you've been through the troll, right? You're dealing with the troll in Hogsmeade.
I haven't got the game yet. I've been watching y'all.
You haven't got the game yet.
I haven't had the funds to buy it because I have other things to fix.
Okay, but I want just know that there are some things in there that are hard to do.
I was watching you because you kept dying to the troll over and over and over again.
You can swap that one button. But there's only one button that is going to let you do it, and it's not going to bitch about because it's about the only one that isn't mapped.
Well, I would probably put it on my mouse because I got multi-button. I don't know if it would work, but I would try. But yeah, the game looks great.
I'm going to see if I can do that tonight.
Because, again, I would just say, if anybody out there, you like Harry Potter, you like wizards, you like a compelling story. God, stories are so good. I'm so glad games are still have good stories. So many good games coming out at the beginning of this year. I'm going to say that right now. So many good games. But if you like the Harry Potter world, I'm not going to tell anyone here not to try it out. But if I would say if you like the game and you can do one thing that most people can't do, though I can do quite well, separate the artist from the artist, you're going to do just fine. I promise you. Then again, I'm one person that also believes in letting people have their opinions, and it doesn't doesn't sway me at all, unless life comes to teach me later on in life that it maybe in my opinion was wrong at one point, and I'm allowed to change because I'm human. So
Right.
go try
I
to.
mean, come on, guys. You've seen this podcast long enough to know that my opinion is this man should have darker eyebrows, but it doesn't sway him, and he leaves them the way they fucking are. So, what are you gonna do?
So, if you're of the sway of mind, be sure to like button, hit the subscribe button, and leave your thoughts down below. Are you playing Harry Potter? Are you enjoying the game? Do you want a second game? I'm definitely looking forward to any other stories because there's a lot more stories in the Harry Potter world that's not quite have been released yet. And I know a few of them because we have the Harry Potter books on audiobook, or CDs. We have the CD version because, well, my dyslexia. There's been days that literally my wife would literally put it on speaker and just go around the house cleaning, and I would just sit there and listen. Just
Yeah.
Quick note.
Yes.
Or quick clarification, if you don't mind. When you say the Harry Potter books, do you mean the original 7? Well, you know what I mean.
Yes. Original 7 on audiobook or on audio disc. Yes.
This has nothing to do with it.
Yeah, but like, don't you hear about it in the story? Like you hear about it in Legends, right? And like a Tales of Time, or
you hear about in the books about the legendary Goblin uprising.
Yes.
And stuff, but as far as the story is concerned in this game, it's nowhere in the books.
Yeah, so it's a telling of a past that is now going to be played out.
It's a telling of events that happened at the school.
Mm-hmm.
Prior to all the other shit that happens.
There's people asking where Moaning Myrtle is. It's like this happened prior to
Moaning Myrtle wasn't even born yet.
Yeah.
She ain't been born to die yet.
So I'm dying laughing, going like, y'all never gonna see her because this is not set for that fucking time.
It's like somebody made the comment, when are you gonna play as the Harry Potter cast? I'm like, wow, when their parents are born, they grow up, they bang, they have kids, they grow up and go to school while they're.
They don't have cars in this game. It should give you a dead giveaway what generation this is. They don't even have TV technology. Nope. They're literally walking around with a book that can like fold out and do some tricks with it. But otherwise, this is obviously in the past, way in the past. They're almost old English, I would almost say. Diagon Alley's not even in the game.
For God's sake, I mean, it exists because you hear them talk about it. But for God's sake, I mean, look at the castle. It's not even finished to the point it was in the books for Harry.
Yeah,
there's shit that ain't even built yet.
Yeah, who needs TV? We had magic, true. Then again, you just put your memories into water and just splash your head into it. Great entertainment.
I got a few memories that if I threw them in there, I think I might drown myself.
So yeah, especially when I replay those memories. It's a question. I definitely have a question. If you put your head into a memory, can you refill what you felt prior to, or refill the memory? Because that's the case, I would definitely drown. Rewind.
I think for the person that had the memory, that might work that way. If you're another person experiencing somebody's memory, I think you can get feelings, but not the actual full-on aspect of it because you weren't actually there.
Okay, gotcha. But anyways,
however, I'm going to tell you now, there's some actresses out there, if their memories pop into the pool, I don't care if I feel the full force of the thing or not, I'm still going to watch.
We could put this in a pool, please. I want a full body experience.
Hey, we found the Oculus of the Harry Potter world.
Yeah, true. Oh, real quick though, this is a little bit of a weird thing. I'm sorry, this is a bit of a virtual reality kind of thing. And this is something that happened last week, and I thought it was kind of weird what is happening. Do you hear people are doing deep fakes with like big name streamer girls and other people like that, and people were like buying deep fakes of them and doing these like artificial AI of as if you're talking to the actual streamer or actual person. Have you seen that? It's really cool. Yeah. But also people also doing it and doing like pornos with them.
Yep.
Good job, society. We're taking one step up and then one step down. It's like you can't have something that's cool without someone trying to make porn out of it.
Listen, it boils down to if you don't have access to the real thing, you make the fake one to make yourself happy. I'm not saying I support it, but that's the base behind it.
Yeah, but can you imagine someone?
You're never gonna crawl into a bed next to J-Lo, but if you have an artificial J-Lo, you're gonna crawl into an Oculus with her.
Yeah, but let's put it in another perspective, because I know this might be a little bit more like touchy, but this is like how some people are saying it, or how people are feeling about it. Imagine if someone did a deep fake of Stealthy. Would you be happy about that?
All I got to tell them is, if they think they man enough to hang out with that AI and its abilities, they badass.
No, the whole point of the deep fake is that they can do whatever they want with it. Problem is that they want the real thing. There's no thing in this world that can mimic me at all exactly.
Can't even get close.
In different situations.
Listen, they can get as close as they want to. As long as they don't come through that door, that's their virtual property. Fuck them.
No, like, for example, I might not react negatively to somebody telling me something like, hey, Corvo or our other friend telling me something, but somebody I don't know saying that to me, I will fucking lose my shit.
Hey guys, I'm gonna tell y'all, if y'all decide to do a deep fake of Corvo, there's not enough pixels for certain appendages, so you're gonna have to extend your goggles.
Zoom out a little bit more. Zoomed in too much. All right, but yeah, that's something I thought was really cool, but also really weird.
It's out there now. It's called Tentacle.
Yeah, I get some people upset about it because like they some certain streamers out there, certain people are like, hey, I try to do everything I can to not be having any dirty images or dirty things of me online, and some people supposedly spend $10,000 a month trying to prevent this from happening. I get that, but unless they're actually stalking you and trying to do that to you in real life, I don't know. I have an opinion with it.
Can I get 10% off the top? Fuck, hell, I'll pose for you.
All I can say is,
scan, bitch. They got 3D scanners. Get the scanning.
all I say is, just keep it to bare minimum. If you ever do one of let's say me in the future, if it becoming a thing, as long as it don't like hurt me or the AI say something that I would never say, we won't have no problems. I don't care what kind of position you put me in.
You don't want to do a deep fake of him anyway. All he's gonna do is be contrary to every fucking thing you say, and he'll never do his damn eyebrows. You'll get pissed off. You end up deleting that shit or doing like I did, saying, "Grumpy, stand up and put your hands on the desk."
Anyways, that will be it for today's stream. I do appreciate for those who are here. Stay tuned. I will be going live back on my Twitch channel. But Corvo, when next time you going live? You said
I should be going live later tonight. I think I'm going to cook dinner first and get some grub in me, and then I'm going to jump into some Hogwarts.
Okay, I will be eating and then going live shortly afterwards. Stealthy. I know you don't have no schedule, but do you have an idea when you might be going live again?
Oh, sir, screw you.
The typical Stealthy response.
We'll find out.
We'll find out. You'll get a notification.
Yes, but anyways, you can follow us down below. Any of the links to the Twitter, or Instagrams, or YouTube, whatever it may be. Be sure to hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and let the channel get bigger. More subscribers, please. That'd be great. Be wonderful. If you have an exact opposite opinion of anything we might have talked about today, be sure to leave down in the comments down below. Love to hear your thoughts. And guess what? I won't fight you for it. That's your opinion. I'll let you have that. Good on you. And if you want to catch either of us live, twitch.tv/Corvo Ninja, Stealthy F Jade, or Grumpy Bear, as you ever may find me. And as always,
we just aren't gonna hurt them.
But as always, have a good day, have a good night, have a good life. Much love, y'all. Bye. 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 1, 2, 3, 4.